Hello! What is up, guys? My name is Big Moon and this is the defensive gameplay on fuck, what's it called again? Operation Hastings, that's the one. On Bad Company 2 Vietnam. I thought I would check in with you guys, do a little commentary here. Since I've not done one since about a week ago or something. And yeah, so I just wanted to check in, see what's happening and stuff. Over the weekend just there, I was actually you know, working at Tea in the Park, if people know what that is. It's a music festival, one of the biggest ones in the UK. With like 85,000 people or whatever it was, man. And I was working on a bar in that during that, in one of the many bars just dotted around the place. And thank fuck that's over. It's just like 10-hour shifts and shit like that, just like fucking serving drunk people beer, more beer, more beer, more beer, and I'm sitting there dying for a fucking drink. So yeah, I'm glad that's over, man. And sleeping in a tent is really not my thing. I'm 6'5". I don't want a fucking tent. The tent's too fucking small. So yeah, I'm happy to be back in my bed now and stuff. But at least I got to see some bands free over the weekend there. Because I was working after shifts, we actually got to go and see whatever bands were playing and shit. And also on our breaks and stuff, we got to go and you know, watch whoever was on and stuff like that. So over the weekend there, I saw like what, like 4 or 5 bands or something like that. Right, okay, let's get this one out of the way straight away. The last band that I saw, the band that I really wanted to see, and most of you probably know it's my favourite band, the Foo Fighters. I got to see them close the show on Sunday night, and they were fucking amazing. I was like, all day, I was sitting like fucking jumping around the bar waiting, you know, for the Foo Fighters to come on. But I missed the first hour of their set, and I got to see the last hour of it though. After my shift, I actually finished. You know, I finished at 9:30, and I had to do a bunch of shit before I could actually go around the corner to see them. So I mean, I asked to finish early on my shift, and I got out quite. You know, I got at 9:30, and I got to go and see an hour or so of their set, and I thought it was fucking. Yeah, it was so epic, man. There must have been about at their gig alone. There must have been about 60,000 people at that. And there, at the other side of the festival, Deadmau5 was playing at the same time. So during the show, all you could hear was do coming from fucking Deadmau5 and the other side of the fucking festival. It sounded pretty crazy, but I've not watched Deadmau5's set yet. I'll have a look at that possibly later. But at one point, Dave Grohl just like stopped. He's like, "I wish Deadmau5 would shut the fuck up over there." And at one point, by the way, Dave Grohl, by the way, is a total legend. So he is, man. But at one point, he started like rocking out to a security guard, like a steward that was standing on like the edge of the stage. He went up to this guy's face and was just fucking rocking out in his face. It was fucking amazing, man. And they finished off their show with the big fireworks display and stuff like that going on behind us. You know, Dave just sort of stood there on his sort of like Superman pose watching the fireworks and applauded the fireworks. Then this guy came on with the bagpipes and he played Flower of Scotland, you know, the national anthem, and the whole crowd was just singing this. And honestly, it was fucking incredible. The next time Foos announce any sort of tour in the UK, don't care if they're not playing Scotland, if they're playing London or something, I'm fucking going. It'll probably be about £50–60 a ticket, because they are probably the biggest rock band on the planet right now. Stab that guy right in his face. But I would say they're probably the biggest rock band on the planet right now, man, and it'd be pretty expensive to see them, but for good reason. It's expensive because they're fucking amazing. Dave Grohl has so much energy, it's unreal. But yeah, that was the main band that I wanted to go and see that weekend there, and I was so happy when I got to see them. We were the actual festival itself that day was very, you know, rainy and stuff like that, so the fucking grass just turned into a mud field. Anyone who was there or saw any pictures of there, you know, I might actually leave in the description below a link to the performance they done. It's on. It'll be on the BBC iPlayer, the sort of on-demand thing. So I'll leave a link in the description of that, of their live show, if you want to go and watch that. But yeah, it just basically turned into a mud field, and there was basically big bits in the crowd where people were having like fucking mud wrestling matches and shit. It was weird to see. People were like sliding on their stomach on the mud and stuff like that, and just like fucking throwing each other into the mud and shit. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed that. But the rest of the most of the whole experience of it was pretty shit. You know, it was like, here's your drinks, mate, right? Give me your tokens. It was tokens, not money we were taking, so I was just like throwing out fucking 10 drinks at a time and shit like that. It was just like, it was frantic as hell, because people love their alcohol when they're on a music festival. Especially Scottish people at a music festival. Even though there was an absolute shitload of English people. Honestly, there was so much English people at this festival. But yeah, I also got to see Coldplay. A lot of you guys probably are thinking, oh, Coldplay. I get a lot of shit from my friends for liking Coldplay, but fuck they guys, man. I don't care, man. That's my music taste. I like Coldplay. And they were really good, I thought. The whole crowd was all singing along to like Viva La Vida and Fix You and stuff like that. I thought they were really good. That's because I like the music. But yeah, I also got to see, that was an hour of Coldplay I got to see as well. But any other bands I got to see, I only got to see a couple of songs from them. I got to see Panic Street, is it, oh shit, what's it called? Panic Street, fucking hell. No, Manic Street Preachers, if you know who they are. I got to see like 2 songs from them, but I can't remember what the fucking songs were. That was on a break. Only got to walk over, see a couple of songs, then fuck off again. I was going to go around and see Slash, because Slash was playing. And I was on my lunch break, or my dinner break. So I went and got my chippy. And I walked around the corner to go and watch him, and they're playing Paradise City at the time, and I was like, oh shit, I want to go and see this. And I was walking around the corner, and he finished his set. I was fucking devastated. It was pretty shit, but yeah, there was so many big names at this thing, man. Honestly, it was a good festival. It looked really fun for the people that were all, you know, sort of there for the weekend and stuff like that. I also got to see 2 songs from Pendulum. Those 2 songs were fucking amazing. If Pendulum announced anything in the UK, I think I'm going to go to that as well. Like, their live set looked fucking crazy, and it really was. I saw Watercolour and Blood Sugar. Really enjoyed those, man. They were really good. I actually got to their set that was on the NME stage, like the second biggest stage in the festival. So I was on my way up to it, and me and my sister, we both got to it about halfway through Blood Sugar, and then the song finished, and then they walked off stage, obviously for the fucking, you know, the whole encore bullshit that really, I don't understand the point in it, honestly. If you're going to play another song, stay on stage and play another fucking song, please. It's just, the whole encore thing is just retarded. Why walk off and walk on? That's just stupid, man. But basically, yeah, we walked up there halfway through a song. We got to see that second half, obviously, and then they walked off, and we were like, oh fuck, have they finished? No. We were walking away again, and then they ran back on again, started singing Watercolour, and it was just epic. I got to see guys called Fun Loving Criminals, if you guys have heard of them. I think I saw their whole set, actually, because they were on early. They were the second band on. They didn't have much of a crowd there at the time. There must have only been about 5,000 people, 10,000 people watching them, because they were on at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, people were still recovering or dealing with their hangover from the night before at that point. So we saw some stuff from them. They were pretty good, actually, man. The main guy is pretty fucking handy with a guitar, with the guitar solos and shit like that. Yeah, they were not bad. I've never really heard of them before. Any of you guys listen to them? Fun Loving Criminals is what they're called. And one last, like, I don't even know if to call them, they are a band, right? They're called Clanadonia. They're these, like, Scottish guys with the fucking, they look like they're straight out of Braveheart, with their, like, their drums and their bagpipes and shit. What I didn't realise is, for anyone who's from Glasgow, if you've been walking about the city centre of Glasgow, right, you see these guys with their drums and the bagpipes and all that. There's usually about 5 or 6 of them. If you've been on Buchanan Street in Glasgow, these guys actually play on the fucking street. They opened up the main stage on Saturday at 12 o'clock. and I didn't realise it until yesterday that it was actually the same guys that I've seen on the fucking street like multiple times, just playing away their drums and shit. They were actually not bad. It's not the type of music you go to a music festival for, but they were not bad. But they did kind of fail in the way that they were trying to get the crowd to shout with them. So they were like, okay, on my 5th drum beat, everyone go ah, and then he would sort of like, he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he would go right, okay, scream, and there was only about a few hundred or about 1,000 people sort of about, and they weren't really there to see them. They were just like sort of chilling, walking past, and they came out on the stage and went, oh, okay, we'll just watch these guys. And then they're just trying to make them shout, and everyone just all looked at them and went, what we might shout here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty much the way it went, man. These guys, they sort of failed at it, but credit due for actually attempting. They were actually pretty handy with their drums and bagpipes and stuff, man. It was quite good. But yeah, actually seeing the bands and stuff was pretty good, and I think the weekend was probably worth it just to see Foo Fighters. I lost about an hour and a half of pay for it. Which only came up to what, about £10 or just under that, because it was like £5 an hour. It was such a shit paying job, but yeah, it basically cost me just under a tenner to see an hour of Foo Fighters, and they were fucking amazing. But yeah, I'll leave the link in the description below, but I don't actually know if the Americans can actually use BBC iPlayer. I'm not entirely sure if the IP address will sort of lock you out for that. But anyone in the UK that wants to see it, there it'll be in the description for you, man. The performance was just fucking amazing. But yeah, working on the bar itself, it was alright at times. I mean, like on Sunday, I was in such a good mood because I knew I was going to go and see Foo Fighters and stuff. But when they did come on, I was just dying to go out and see them because, you know, I missed, like, there was half an hour where I was on the bar and they were playing on the stage. So I was just basically dancing about the bar, singing and, you know, giving out, you know, handing out pints and shit like that, serving people. But for the most part, the people that I was serving and stuff like that, they were alright, but you did get your occasional fucking complete wanker that would try and you know, try and get free pints off of you and shit. They would come up and they go, "Ah, come on, give me a free pint, come on." You're just like, mate, gonna piss off. I'm not gonna give you free booze, man. Come on. I don't even fucking know you. Why would I give you any free booze? Some guy actually tried to steal from me. He must have been about, he looked like he was in his 50s. The guy looked like a fucking alcoholic, with his face was all like red and shit. But basically it was a token system to pay for drinks, and this guy came up with 1 token. But I didn't know it was 1 token until I went and got the drinks, got 2 drinks, put them down. I put them down and I sort of, you know, still holding on to them, and I went to get the ticket. I had the 1 ticket, and the guy sort of tried to pull away both drinks. It was a pint of, I don't know, fucking cider or lager or something, and a bottle of wine, and he tried to fucking pull it, and I just grabbed it. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? And the guy tried to pull it away from me, and he's like, let go, let go. People around us were all watching us. They didn't even bother helping me out, the fucking dickheads that were standing around them. So they were sort of looking at it going, oh, there's gonna be a fight. And I'm like grabbing onto this fucking wine bottle. I spilled like half of his pint over him. I really should have just pushed the pint over him and then, you know, soaked him with it. And then if he let go of the bottle of wine, took that away from him and go, fuck off, mate, you're not getting any drink. No, but I mean, he tried to pull it away from me. And I looked over behind him. There's a security guard there, and I was going to shout on him, but he let go. He let go of the wine bottle, and he's like, "I'm going to get you sacked," which means fired for any Americans. Yeah, I'm going to get you sacked, and I was like, "What for?" And he says, "Because you were being honest." I was like, "What? What? How does that make any sense? You're going to get me sacked for doing my fucking job, man? I should just punch you, honestly." Oh man, that guy was such a fucking wank, man. But yeah, there was lots of people trying to get free drinks and shit off of me, and I'm just like, nah. We had top hats on and stuff. We had like a dress code sort of thing, where they would give us like a top hat and a fake moustache. We had to wear the top hat. The fake moustache you could have, you know, if you wanted it. But you know, we were wearing like the top hats and stuff, and every 5 minutes someone would be like, "Oh, can I have your top hat?" It's like, no, it's my top hat. You can't just take my fucking top hat. Then occasionally they would try and steal it from you and shit. My sister actually lost hers because someone grabbed it off her head when she turned round. But I managed to maintain my top hat and I've got it here. Totally lost my train of thought because, speak of the devil, my fucking sister walked in there. But yeah, they kept trying to grab her top hats, and look at this guy fail to try to stab me. I don't really know how that guy failed so badly there, but screw you, mate. You ate some bullets, and so did your friend. And then I died. So yeah, it was pretty much, it was an experience anyway. You know, the whole sort of festival thing. I might go one year because it looked real fun for the people that were there to enjoy themselves and not work. But my legs were absolutely killing me. I was suffering yesterday, man. I could barely walk. My legs were fucked. But yeah, I go 32 and 8. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to rate and follow me on Twitter, subscribe, and blah 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 blah. And I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, bye. Oh, and I just remembered there, if you want to go and see 2 Uncharted commentaries that I've done, there's 2 different ones put on Machinima Respawn and Pixel Enemy, so go and click on the links in the description below, and you will go through those videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoy. Bye.